Hey guys, Terry from Smooth Workshop here. I'll just mute my notifications on my PC here. I should. The usual. Sorry about that. Yeah, always forget something. Welcome, it's Terry from Smooth Workshop here, and thanks for tuning in. Just a quick update, really. I've not done a channel update for a while. My mojo's been a bit lacking, but yeah, I was doing a bit of admin this morning. I don't know, those of you that are on my Facebook page, Smooth Workshop, well, I've noticed I'm nearing 600 subs, and I'm like, wow. I came back to the hobby about 2 years ago, sort of tail end of 2015, Christmassy time. And a good friend, Tony Fairclough, over at Helgan 35's workshop says, Terry, why don't you make some videos and all the rest of it? I'm like, who wants to watch me sticking bits of plastic together? And here we are, 2 years on, nearly at 600 subs. Thank you ever so much, really. It's quite a reclusive hobby. Lots of guys in their sheds, or in their spare bedrooms, or on a tea tray or something like that. Just sticking bits of styrene together. I've met a lot of friends, past and present, that have helped me out. I'm no expert by any means. But I do like to rely on anything that I've learnt while I've been back at the hobby. So yeah, where's the channel going? Really enjoying the Saturday night live streams. I've met a really good bunch of people. We've got Mr. Mike Mountain, the daddy of the group. Love him to bits. He's actually going on a tour up to Orkney at the moment. He's in Glasgow at the moment. He's heading off in a plane, and he's going up to see my good friend Scott Sutherland in Orkney. He's going to try and catch a puffin. For those of you who wonder when you watch the live streams, Orkney is one of the places that the puffins come to breed and stuff like that. And Scott's got this thing where he sends everybody in the group a little puffin. My one's called Erland. So it's just a little joke thing that Scott does. All the people in the little group end up with a puffin, and he names them after Viking jarls. So they've all got a different name. So yeah, so I've got my own little sort of group, a bit like the Model Makers Boom Hut has a treehouse. I've got Smooth's Cave, and recently we decided to open up a sort of Facebook group called Smooth's Dungeon. And it runs along the same lines as the Boom Hut. It's just like a place for you to share your work and everything like that. So yeah, feel free to go on to the dungeon and show us your work. What you tend to find on the dungeon is where the Boom Hut's aimed more towards gunpla. And yeah, I know I'll get 5 minutes in the naughty step for saying that. Nothing against gunpla. I've built one. It's just not quite my thing, and I've tended to find that on the dungeon it's more sort of armor, unusual builds, figure building, shiny things, and cars, which is really quite good because it's more kind of what us guys are into. So yeah, I've got a wee group in the cave. Built up some really close relationships with people. As I say, Dad, Mike Mountain, Scott Sutherland up in Orkney. Who else have we got? We've got Dave Wiser Barker. Oh, he's a scream. Thursday shopping videos. Another good friend is Mr. Colin Wilkinson of Fester67's Workshop. Go and check out his channel, Fester67's Workshop. Colin's the kind of guy that takes a kit out of a box that's either people say is difficult to build, like a lot of Revell kits, or he'll look at a kit in a different way, and rather than just building it straight up out the box, he'll chop it up, make it a bit different, add lighting, sound cards and stuff. His London bus build's fantastic. So yeah, lots of useful input for the likes of Colin. Who else have we got? Don't want to miss anybody out. We've got Paul Stewart as well. He's fairly new back to the modelling as well, but he's got a good sense of humour, and he's heavily into sort of figure painting and stuff like that just now. So Paul Stewart. Who else have we got? Ooh, don't want to miss anyone. You'll notice that Chris Williams pops into our channel now and again, but he's just a friend. We sort of cross over a little bit with the Boom Hutters. So sometimes Chris will come in, sometimes Fox will come in, and sometimes Skipper Ted will come in to join us just for a bit of a laugh. But the sort of core members, we've got Vincent from Mr. Lost Model Making, our Belgian friend. We do kid on he's German, but he's Belgian. He's got his own channel as well, so it's Mr. Lost Model Making. We've got a few new members as well. I mean, Lynn Dipple over in America, a lovely woman. She cracks us up. She's getting back into modelling as well, so she's over in America. We've got Chandra Stewart. Oh, she does some fantastic stuff as well. She's also across in America. If you're on the Boom Hut, you'll see what sort of stuff she does. We have got Gordon's Alive, Mr. Three Sheets John Bennett, very experienced modeller with quite a collection of decals. And yeah, just lovely chat. And you know, we'll just sort of hang out throughout the week. And once a week on a Saturday, we go live and see the interaction for you guys. It is brilliant. I mean, we're not your standard sort of we'll sit at the bench and you watch us all modelling kind of channel. There's a lot of goofing off and malarkey on it, and I really enjoy a Saturday night. I love when you guys come in and joke about with us. And we do some sort of serious modelling stuff as well. I mean, if you've got questions, we generally tend to either know the answers or find out, or we'll find out for you the answer to your questions. And featuring the work that you guys do that are contributing on the dungeon. That's my favourite part of the show. So that's a little bit about sort of Saturday night live feeds and the crew and the dungeon and that. Where am I going with my builds? Well, I was lacking mojo. I've kind of come back to it again. I'm just filming another bit on my RZ250 build, which is a bit of a joke with the guys. It's taken a while. I could have, if you start a bike and sit at the bench, you can have it finished in a week or two. It's not a hard thing to do. Just various things I've got in the way of it, and I'm still having problems with it, but you know, we'll get there. So I'm getting back on with that. My long-term build is my Peterbilt truck. I'm just knocking things over. I'm sort of fiddling away with it in the background. It's a big 1/16th scale beastie. And just doing various wee bits of detail up in it. I'm going to light it up in that. So it's a slow back burner in between doing other bits and bobs. So I'm kind of playing about with my Peterbilt. I'm dabbling into figure painting. I'll just put that back. I'm dabbling into figure painting. Never really tried it before. I've got myself a wee resin bust. Colin's been helping me out with advice and everything on this one. This is an elf archer, which is an arm with a bow and that's all sitting across there. So I've got the basic flesh tones and the basic colours down in there and a basic hair colour and everything. I'm starting on the eyes, which is a bit that I'm dreading. I've got the sort of the dark bit around the iris done. I've got the colour of the iris done, and the next bit is the sort of the lighter part under the iris, and then the pupil, which I'm dreading. But once I get that done, I can get on to actually doing all the blending. And for the first time, I've started using a wet palette, which is something that I've never done before. Working with wet blending and shading and things like that. So I'm trying to teach myself new things. And if I get any good at it, I can always share my experience with you guys. I don't know if figure painting's your thing, but I would say that if you haven't tried figure painting, because other stuff I've done, the Warhammer sort of stuff, I don't play the game, but I got some Warhammer stuff up. My good friend Mike Mountain did a dreadnought, built the dreadnought from Games Workshop. They're cracking little figurines. This one's about 35 quid. But he didn't really fancy painting it. And he says, Terry, would you fancy painting it? I really, really enjoyed doing that. All the edge highlighting and all that sort of thing. So I've got some Space Marines that I've started painting. This is the little sergeant dude. And I tend to find that in between what I'm actually building, whether it be a tank or whatever, or a motorcycle, whilst things are drying and whilst I'm hanging out with the guys at night, I'm just sitting and detail painting a little figurine. It's so therapeutic and so relaxing. So if you haven't tried figure painting, you can get these little busts reasonably cheaply. I mean, I think this one was about £15. Or if doing actual lifelike figures isn't your thing, these little Space Marines, I mean, I think it was about 25 quid for a box of 10 of these, and I've got a Razorback tank as well to do. Brush painting's really therapeutic, so if you've not, I know a lot of people are learning with airbrushing and that, but brush painting skills, you've not got airbrushes to clean out, you're just changing colours, blending colours. So I would say definitely give some sort of figure painting a try. I do still have over in the corner there, I've got two APCs and KV122 heavy tank and a Merkava on the go. They're not video builds, but I will be sort of I'll update with photos and stuff in the dungeon and in the Smooth Workshop on that. My plans are I need to try and get some more content up my channel. It's all right doing the Saturday night live hangouts and that. Just really loving the interaction with you guys. So yeah, I'll get some more content up. I've still got quite a few kits in my stash that I'll do my inbox reviews on. Now, I'm dabbling in lighting up kits. You've probably seen I did a little X-Wing and a wee space shuttle. I've got myself a Rebel fire engine to do. Colin's for Fester 67's workshop's got the same model. It's a European left-hand drive. I'm going to kind of do it as a standard European left-hand drive, but add LED lighting to it for all the blue lights and stuff like that, and possibly with Colin's help add a sound card and things like that to it. So it's the modifying of the kit and trying to get all the LEDs in that I'm finding like another thing to add to the building. I'm really enjoying that. And I've had some people sort of say, well, can you, for us newbies, can you give us a bit more information on how you do LEDs? Because you can buy pre-wired kits. I mean, you can get these pre-wired nano LEDs and that with the legs on and the resistors on, and all you have to do is connect them up to a battery and stuff them in your model. They're quite expensive. I mean, I got 100 SMD micro LEDs non-soldered on for 12 quid. And if you were getting pre-wired, you'd be looking near 300 quid. So there is money to be saved in it. So people have asked if I will do not so much a how-to, but an instructional video series on LED lighting. And well, I've already done one on the channel on what to consider on putting lighting into your model. I'm going to do a few in the how-to section, but a few sort of short videos explaining basic circuits, how they work. I'm going to do it on a breadboard. So it'll be just like how to light an LED up, how to add more than one LED, why you need the resistors, what the different components in the circuit do, and then I'm going to move on to some flashing circuits with 555 timer chips. A lot of guys out there use Arduino. I could use an Arduino, but I really enjoy doing it the old-fashioned way and building the circuit up with components, capacitors and stuff like that. It's actually really cheap as well, because you can get like a bag of 555 timers for pennies. So I'm going to try and do that in a kind of layman's terms thing. So if it's something that you're if you're interested in lighting up your kit or aren't quite sure how to wire up the LEDs and things like that, do put a comment in the comment section on the video, because if you let me know what you're wanting to see when I go to do the actual series of, you know, how to plan out your circuit and put it on the breadboard to actually soldering it up and get it all working, I can tailor it towards what you guys want to know rather than waffling on in my usual manner. So this year, going down to Telford this year, I'm going to do a road trip. I've never been to Telford before, and there's a whole bunch of us from the cave going down. I think there'll be lots of hijinks and mayhem, but most of all, just good old-fashioned fun. And it would be really nice when I'm down at Telford. If any of you guys that watch us are in the UK and are going down to Telford, don't be scared to come up and say hi, because we're just ordinary guys making models in our bedrooms and spare rooms and stuff. We're no celebrities or anything like that. So do come up and say hello. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all the different things at the modelling show and stuff like that. So that's going to be my highlight of the year. It's going to be a long trip down for me from Scotland to go down to Telford, but I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm thinking the next sort of video build that I will do, I might do the Warhammer Razorback, because I'm enjoying the painting on that. I don't know whether to brush it or airbrush it, but yeah. Videos that I've uploaded, some that you might find useful recently, are how to make your own airbrush thinners. I've got a step-by-step tutorial on that. It really does save you money. I was going to do one on how to do, no, sorry, it wasn't the thinners, it was airbrush cleaner that I put a video up for. I was going to do one on the airbrush thinners, because both myself and Colin make our own airbrush thinners, and it's IPA retarder and flow improver, which is basically all X20 and stuff like that is anyway. But there's no point in me making a video of that because there's one over in Festa 67's workshop. So I've done the one on the how to make your own airbrush cleaner, and Colin's done the one on how to do your own thinners. And it really does save you a lot of money, guys. So if you're on a budget, it's well worth watching those videos. But yeah, moving on video wise, yeah, I want to do the LEDs and the electricity side of things. So let me know what you want me to focus on when I start doing those, because I will go right from the basics of this is an LED, what it does, what a capacitor does, and I'll show you actually them working and what their job is in the circuit, and then combining all these components to go from a standard turning an LED on with a switch to having them flashing in different sequences and stuff like that. And I'll do it in little bite-sized segments so that you can work along beside me with you. If you get yourself a breadboard, have I got one handy? I don't have one handy, but you can get a little breadboard kit off the flea base. It comes with all the jumper wires and some basic LEDs and all that relatively cheaply. So if you want to follow along with that series and actually try experimenting yourself along with me on the videos, then get yourself a breadboard. But let me know what it is that you guys want me to concentrate on when I make those. So not want to waffle on too much longer. Yeah, kind of got my module back. Once I get that Arzid out of the way, this is the one that's been sitting there sort of bugging me for a bit, and I've been enjoying making the models, but it's quite hard trying to plan filming them. So when I do the Warhammer one, again, just let me know what you guys would like to see on the channel on next models. I've got loads of bikes and bits and bobs, but I mean, if there's any instructional stuff, just drop a wee line in the comments and that, and I'll try and include that in future videos and how-tos. So I hope you're all enjoying yourself. I hope you're all well. I've got an abscess at the moment, but I'll need to go to the dentist. I hope you're all well and basically enjoying what you do. So until the next channel update and until the next sort of live feed, which is next Saturday, all I've got to say is thank you very much. Thank you so much for subscribing to basically watch somebody like myself sticking bits of plastic together. Anything that's in them, it helps you at all. Even if I make a video and like it helps one person, that's what it's all for. So yeah, so I'll see you on the live hangout on a Saturday if you want to pop in and chat. We are going to do a feature once a month of maybe getting a special guest in, just somebody like yourself that watches these videos. It's got a webcam and a mic, and okay, if you watch the Saturday live night feeds and you know the kind of sense of humour we've got in that, if you're okay with that, then drop me a line. Through Smooth Workshop, send a wee private message, and we can try and arrange and get you on the show and show off what you do and let us know a little bit about yourself. So that's something we're going to do once a month. We had one on Saturday there where Alan Fallon from Northwest Modder was in, and we had a bit of a joke and a laugh with him, but I think he really enjoyed his night. I think it was one of our longest hangouts actually. And Fox joined in at the end. It's just a bit of it's like a group of guys in the pub on a Saturday night, just talking about modelling, talking about whatever other subjects that they want to, you know. So hopefully I've not missed any of the guys off in the mentions. A couple of shout outs to a couple of regulars. We've got Alex, who comes on quite a lot. Really enjoy you coming in, Alex. You're a good laugh. And I've got to say a big hello to Ray at Malta. Ray sent me some lovely little gifts and bits and bobs. It's really quite strange when the postman knocks at the door and you get a package that you're not expecting sent in for you guys. It's like, wow. Really do appreciate all that as well. So until my next channel update, see when it'll be. I'm going to try and get some actual content videos up rather than just a live hangout stuff going up. Take care of yourselves, enjoy what you're doing, and happy modelling. See you later, guys. Bye.